Hi there, my name is Alistair McLean. I'm a Principal Solutions Architect here at AWS. Today, I'm going to show you how to install the Amazon Braket SDK locally on your laptop and open up an example notebook and run the Getting Started notebook to test that everything's installed and working and everything. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into the terminal. So we have an empty directory. Let's create a brand new virtual environment. Helps if I use the right version of Python. There we go. Excellent. So now I have a brand new virtual environment, very clean install on which to install all the libraries and stuff that we'll need. So let's activate it. Great. Now that puts me into my brand new virtual environment. As you can see, it's completely clean and I have a few directories involved. First thing that I'm going to do is install my requisite libraries, my Python libraries. And for that, I'm just going to use pip. And for today, I'm going to need Boto3, which is of course the AWS SDK for Python. I'm going to require Amazon Braket SDK. I'm also going to require JupyterLab. And I'm also going to install Matplotlib so that I can have nice, good looking diagrams and stuff. Helps if you actually call pip install as well when you're wanting to install these libraries. This is going to take a couple minutes, so we'll come back when it's done. Okay, now that our libraries are all installed, what I want to do now is clone the examples repo from GitHub that we publish. So if we go over to the web browser, we can grab the link and then git clone into the terminal and clone it into our brand new virtual environment. This will take a couple of seconds to pull everything down. Excellent. Now, once that's done, we have to resource our virtual environment paths. Because we installed a binary, it's going to be coming up with our tab completion. And now we can run JupyterLab. Jupyter's going to start up on our local host. And you can see here that we have the example notebook for getting started. Now this simply runs, defines and runs a circuit locally. I'm going to clear all of the outputs so that we don't have any spoilers. You can see here that there's lots of examples, but for today, we're just going to start with the first one and make sure everything's imported correctly and installed. The first cell then just does the general imports. Let's run that cell, and that's going to pull everything in for us and make sure that the notebook's correctly configured. Now we can go through and build the bell circuit, but what I like to do, first of all, is to just add an extra cell to print the circuit out so that I can see what I've created, okay? And you can see here that it's a 2-qubit bell state, nice and easy, and you can see the circuit being printed. Okay, now what we're going to do is use the local simulator. So that means the simulator running on the laptop to actually run that bell circuit and measure the results of 1,000 shots. We can then plot the results using Matplotlib and visualize our state of our quantum circuit. You can see here that we're setting the device to be local simulator. Other examples use different devices. For example, you can use our managed simulators in Amazon Braket, or you can use QPU devices themselves. The cool thing about the Braket SDK is that many times you just need to change what device you're running on and keep your code the same. So you can see here that we've got some measurement counts back for each state. Because this is a simulated environment, this is not a QPU, we've got a nice 1-1 or the 0-0 states. If this is a real QPU, it's going to be noisier. We're going to have states that we don't necessarily want. And then we can plot them using Matplotlib to see the statistics around the state. So now we've run the example notebook, we've proved that we've installed Braket locally, and we can run and debug and build quantum circuits on our laptops. Thank you so much for watching the video today.